Hello everyone. If you are going to apply for Canada tourist visa, it is important that you watch this video because I'll tell you about the common tourist visa mistakes that could cost you your Canada tourist visa. Let's get started. First mistake is that not paying enough attention to visa application form. So your visa application form is very important because in Canada visa you don't appear for your visa interview. So if for US visa, for example, you have your interview, so in that case, you have the opportunity to explain yourself. In this Canada visa, you don't have that opportunity to explain yourself. So the explanation part, you have to do it through your visa application form and through all the documents that you submit. So it is very important that your application form should be correct and the documents that you have provided should be correct. So again, do not rush when you are filling your visa application form. These forms take hours of time. It may even take you whole day, but it is important that you do not rush. And if you are not sure about any information, reach out to somebody who knows about it, talk to them, but fill it correctly. One more advice, when you are filling your visa application form, gather all your documents because you will need to refer some of the documents regarding your employment date or any other details. So if you have the documents available with you, you can refer that and fill it correctly. Don't just blankly put any number, it should be correct. So here are three mistakes that people generally make. They have incomplete application, they have not uploaded sufficient documents, and there is inconsistent information that they are providing. So what do I mean by inconsistent information? For example, take this situation. You have when you were filling the visa application form, you have mentioned Google as your employer. At one place you are mentioning Google as your employer, and in the documents it is showing as Facebook who is your employer. So if there is any inconsistency, they are not going to approve your visa. Second mistake, you don't have good travel history. So a person who has good travel history, their chances of getting Canada visa or US visa is very high. But a person who has not traveled anywhere, who has never been outside his home country, and suddenly one day he decides that he is going to visit US or Canada as a tourist, this may raise some suspicion. People with no travel history also get visa, but somebody who has traveled a lot, somebody who has travel history, their chances of getting visa is high compared to somebody who has never traveled. So advice from me, so if you want to travel to USA or Canada, build your travel profile. Travel some countries, neighboring countries, that will build your travel profile. After that, you can apply for US visa or Canada visa, and in that case your chances of getting Canada visa or US visa is very high. But if you have genuine reason, if you have despite the fact that you have never traveled anywhere and you have genuine reason to travel to US, and if you can have documents proving that, you can still get visa. So it's not like that if you don't have a travel history you won't be getting Canada visa, but if you have a good travel history your chances increases. Third mistake, insufficient fund. Let me give you one example. Let us say I just have $1,000 in my bank account and I want to visit Canada. Do you think my visa will get approved? Because with $1,000, I won't be even able to book my ticket to Canada. How am I going to finance my trip to Canada? So if that is the case, the visa most likely will get rejected because the visa officer will think that if he does not have money, so if he comes to Canada, he'll seek some work, and he will be working there and he will most likely not return back to your home country. Therefore, the visa will most likely be refused. So it is important that you have sufficient fund in your bank account, and in general they look for bank statement for last 4 to 6 months. So it is important that you maintain your bank balance for the past 4 to 6 months before you apply for this visa, because say your bank statement has no activity for 5 months, and in the last 6 months what you did was that you deposited $5,000 in your bank account. The visa officer will see that. The visa officer will understand that there is something going on with your bank account. So when I talk about maintaining your bank account, maintaining your bank statement, I mean that there should be regular flow of income in your bank account. So if you are uploading bank statement for the past 6 months, there should be some activity in the past 6 months. Your bank statement should not be like nothing is happening, no activity, and then one huge deposit at the end of the 6 months. So maintain your bank statement before you apply for your Canada visa. Fourth mistake, your purpose of visit is not clear. So when you're applying for Canada visa, it is important that your purpose of visit should be very clear. You should have some specifics, give some details. There could be many reasons why you are visiting Canada, and that is okay. You could visit Canada as a tourist, but if that is the case, you should know where you are going. You should know why you are going. You should know what you are going to do there. So you should prepare a travel itinerary for yourself. Remember that this travel itinerary is not your ticket. This is not your confirmed ticket. This is just a tentative plan of what you are going to do when you are in Canada. This is a plan about which flights you're going to take, when you are going to take that flight, and when are you returning back to your home country, and where you will be staying in Canada. So prepare this travel itinerary, or you can prepare a cover letter. And if you are visiting Canada to visit family, it is important that you ask your family member to write a letter inviting you to Canada, mentioning everything why you are coming to Canada. And if you are going there for a conference, make sure that you ask your employer or anybody who is organizing that event to provide you with a support letter. If you have documents for whichever reason you are going to Canada, this will provide legitimacy to your visa application, and your visa in most situations will get approved. Fifth mistake, previous visa refusal. Your visa could have been refused for many reasons. Maybe you rushed through your application, you didn't fill it correctly, somebody else filled it for you, and you didn't provide them with enough details, and there were some documents you did not upload. It could be many reasons why your visa could have been refused, but it is important that you know the reason. It is important that you understand why your visa was refused and work on it and rectify it. Because if everything is same as your previous application, your visa in this case will get refused as well, because unless and until something has changed, your visa is not going to approve. So if you are not sure what was this issue last time, connect with somebody. You can connect with me as well. My Instagram is there, check that out, and maybe we can discuss and find out why your visa was refused. Last point that I'm going to discuss with you is weak ties to home country. It is important that you have a strong ties to your home country, because if the visa officer thinks that you have weak ties to your home country, he'll think that you will not return back to your home country. Now let me explain to you what weak ties means. This simply means that you don't have connection to your home country. There is nothing connecting you to your home country, and therefore if you get your Canada visa, you are not going to return back to your home country. What is weak ties actually? So if you are married, you have connection to your home country because you have, say, your children, you have your wife. And if you're a student, you have your school, your college. If you're employed, you have your office, your job. If you're running business, you have your business. You have your properties as your ties to your home country. So your family, your property, your business, your job, they are your ties to your home country. And you should provide documents for that as well, because if you are able to prove that you have a strong ties to your home country, if you are able to prove that you are visiting Canada just temporarily and you will return back to home country, there is no reason for them to refuse your visa. There is one thing that I would like to add. I'll give you one example. Let us say that I'm applying for Canada visa. This is just an example. And let us say I don't have a lot of family members in India. Most of my family members, say, are living in Canada. I just have few family members in India. I'm not even working in India, and I'm applying for Canada visa. So I have weak ties to India in this example, and I have a strong ties to Canada. So this is something for you to think about as well. Do you have a lot of family members in Canada? So with this, I'll end this video. I hope this video was useful to you. If you have any questions, ask me in the comment section, message me on Instagram, and I hope this video was useful to you. Thank you so much.